doesn't like gambling. Well, the casinos, but those don't count.
But that's like not gambling.
That's like have a fun time at her house.
That's like casino gambling. That's like certified
I think
gambling.
where's the plasma fee at? Always sitting up there.
It's not like gambling. It's chance-based gambling, not like you don't. There's no strategy.
You're not playing like roulette or craps or I don't know, poker.
Well, you could probably play those at a casino, but usually it's like slot machines.
Oh yeah, basically like getting
It's
your
more
slot
like,
here.
but in like gambling you'd have in Las Vegas, you'd bet on like the Giants, who you might know intel or something. You might know.
You say like, oh, the Giants are gonna win against the 49ers or something.
Like if it's Alabama against, I don't know.
The Citadel.
I bet $100 and I won 10 cents. When I bet Alabama to beat the Citadel, I bet $100, only won 10 cents. Somebody bet on the Citadel. Somebody bet $100 on the Citadel. Somebody bet Citadel would not lose by more than 10 in the first half. Said they made money. Because apparently
And
Citadel,
second half though?
If they said Citadel would score in the second half, they
lose money. Wait, did they score in the second half?
I don't think so. Did you score in the second half? I think
Nope.
Jordan scored more points than Citadel's team. And we're just hearing now, soccer's probably more popular than baseball. Baseball sucks.
Baseball's not popular anymore, and it's like baseball's been less and less popular over
Baseball's
the
a
past
kid's
few...
sport now. It's like once you're
It's not a kid's
old.
sport.
Like I mean, soccer's more friendly though. Soccer's
But here's the problem with baseball.
Soccer's going up.
Here's my problem with
baseball's
baseball.
going down. It's
Baseball
lazy
is-
people.
Baseball is so boring to watch.
Well, and it's a slow game. It's like the people just
Okay, you have 9 innings.
Like
you have
you don't even know how.
162 games.
Yes, 9 innings.
That's a lot of
and
games.
And it could fluctuate from like a 2-hour game all the way to like a 6-hour game. Like that's a problem.
Because you can have extra innings.
Extra innings, and then sometimes there's a lot of pitching changes, and they get their own time to warm up every time there's a change. It's just kind of. Let's go.
162 times 9. Yeah, sure.
Well, let's go to some Suburban Nation, maybe.
Okay,
And
so
maybe we'll go
basically,
next.
you have to sit through. If you're a player and you participate in every single game, you have to sit through 1,458 innings or more.
Well, maybe not even sit through it.
Or maybe even play, but still, you have to sit through.
Well, yeah, playing it sucks too. There's not really days off either. There's back to back. Like you go a whole, like you could go like in 14 days, maybe have 1 day off. Let's go to super mixed mode.
It's like 162 games, and that's too many. It's like I'm not gonna watch at like noon. I'm gonna take a nap during the 52nd game of like Diamondbacks versus the Blue Jays. Who's gonna watch that game?
Like,
no one
oh
is.
my, Sportsnet 1. Well, I mean,
I could take a nap through the whole game, and I don't have to miss anything. It's like,
I mean, it's what percent of your season? It's 162nd of your season. Like, if you lose a game, like, doesn't matter. You lose 5 games. If you lose for a whole week, then it matters. Unlike, if you lose for a whole week in NBA, that's like 2-3 games. Whole week in baseball, it's like 7 games.
well, NFL's like 1. But if you lose a few
NFL
games
is
in a row,
1.
it's a problem.
If you lose for a month in NFL, that's when.
Well, can't someone play on Monday and then Thursday?
Well, I don't think they let that happen. I don't think you can play Monday and Thursday. That's too short a rest.
But like the longest break though would be like
But they made
you play Monday, you play Thursday, and then you have a break, and then you play Monday.
but they made Bears play Sunday night and then play Thanksgiving Day. It's an early Thanksgiving Day. Like they played Rams and then they had to play Lions.
They won against the Lions though. At least they won.
They won both games, I think. I think they beat Rams. They beat the Lions.
Yeah, they did. They slaughtered the Rams. I forgot about that.
That was like I didn't watch the game.
Because Bears play defense.
I forget that I miss NFL so much, and I miss college football even more.
I'm shooting a guy, but he does his cactus. You saw that. He did his cactus drone.
You know what I hate about college football is Alabama and Clemson. They're legal.
Okay, what I hate about it is like, I told you this. Alabama loses. They still get into the
bias. It's kind of biased. Like
now you agree
where's
with me,
Big Ten?
because
Big Ten. Where's Big Ten in college football playoff? Big Ten actually plays real teams. Alabama. Where's the opponents? They play like.
But okay. So remember when Alabama lost like twice and they still got number 4? Because they know that if they get number 1, well, no, if they are ranked in the Final 4, they will make money because people watch Alabama.
But you know they'd also get money if they were in
the other teams though.
If they were in the Sugar Bowl, people would still watch Alabama.
If they were in any kind of bowl, yes, anybody would watch that.
If they were in a weird bowl, if they're in the Birmingham Bowl against Granddad's team.
If they were in the Outback Bowl, no, if they were in like the
Citrus Bowl, maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of good if they're in the playoff, but it's also bad if they leave people out. If they let, seriously, who'd they let in? Which conference got 2 teams last year?
SEC.
Did Georgia get in? No, they didn't get in.
Yeah, they did.
Did they? No, they didn't. They played Texas and they got slaughtered by Texas.
Oh, yeah.
No, Notre Dame. No, there wasn't a team that got 2 teams in, but Notre Dame got in, and Notre Dame.
No, what was the Alabama versus Georgia?
It was Alabama versus Oklahoma. Alabama versus Georgia was 2 years ago.
Oh.
That was 2 years ago in the championship.
What was this year then? What was this year then?
Alabama versus Clemson. Alabama played Oklahoma before that. But, I mean, Notre Dame sucked. Notre Dame played weak schedule and they got in because they were undefeated. At least they were undefeated. But, I mean,
who won the NCAA football title?
Well, it was Clemson that won it.
Yeah, because they went undefeated.
Clemson was 15-0, but they weren't the number 1 seed. The number 1 seed has never won it since they expanded.
Wait, was that the first? Was that the first undefeated team?
First 15-0 team.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
because.
Well, I mean, both of the teams were 14-0.
Yeah, but the first one to stand did not lose a game in the season.
Well, since they expanded to 15 total games.
Because what were they usually?
It used to be 14 games before they made them do the playoff to get to the championship.
Sure.
They just had one national championship. That was even more biased. Well, actually, it wasn't more biased because a computer did it.
First and second?
It's number 1 and number 2, but then it's like kind of exclusion. It excluded a lot of people. I mean, it's kind of unfair that they have 5 conferences and 4 spots. I mean, it's kind of biased that the Big Ten hasn't been in there for a while.
Well, since Michigan State, yeah. That was like a long time ago.
No, it was Ohio State.
Wait,
a year after Michigan State.
No. It was Michigan State and then Ohio State.
Ohio State made it in 2014. They won national championship. Then Michigan State made it, and they got smoked by Alabama.
Should have been Iowa.
It could have been Iowa. You can't say should have been.
If that stupid touchdown didn't. That stupid touchdown.
If Iowa would have actually been good.
See, okay, and I like to remember this.
Iowa turned the ball over in that game.
Remember a few years ago when Iowa was ranked 3 in the country? That was amazing.
I thought it was maybe it was only.
Then you got Alabama, then you got Clemson, then you got Iowa. It's like what? Iowa?
Well, I mean, if we would have made the college football playoff, it would be so good because people would actually want to go to Iowa.
Who would we play? Who would we play though?
we would have played, I believe.
Alabama.
That was
Or
the
Clemson.
year that.
Because we would have been the 3 seed, right? So against an Alabama.
I believe we would have played
No,
Clemson.
We
We
would
would have
have
been against Clemson. I think we would have been a 4 seed.
I think we've been a 3.
No,
we
we
were
would have been
three.
a 4. We would have been a
Who
4.
would have beat us? Who would have beat us? Oklahoma?
Well, it would have been Clemson, and you know who was on Clemson? Deshaun Watson.
Well, okay, it would have been. Well, Alabama was ranked 1 at the time.
They were. No, they were 2. This was.
Really?
This was the year that Deshaun Watson in Clemson was number 1.
Right,
This
here's
was
what
the
I don't
year.
get.
This was the
So
year
this
that
man-
Deshaun Watson didn't win.
Oh.
This was the year before that. He didn't win that year.
If some guy just,
Well,
I guess.
I
Was it
think
Texas,
I got
no?
0 coins from that game. I don't know about that. That was kind of weird.
What do you mean you got 0
It
coins?
said like 0 plus 0 equals 0 or something. I don't know.
Probably glitch.
They ain't
Did
paying
you
me
gain
out.
coins, you know?
I don't know. I didn't check. Well, we'll have to see for this game. Let's check. Well, it should be more. They should. It should be more of a specific way to get into the college football playoff. It's the criteria is messed up. It's like they say, "Oh, this matters," and then some years it doesn't matter. Strength of schedule, they said it mattered. Apparently, Alabama gets to play. Gets to play weird teams. Still gets in.
See, but Auburn beat who? Georgia and Alabama, and guess what rank they were? Not even the top 4.
Well, I mean,
That's
you can't
what I don't.
lose.
That's what I
You
don't
can't
get.
lose
That's
to
what I don't
people.
get.
But if you lose multiple
but
games,
I
then
get
you're
that.
then you're
I
worse
get
than
that.
multiple teams.
But what's okay? Who's better? Alabama beating the Citadel or Auburn beating 2 number 1 teams at the time?
Well, I don't know. I think it's strength of schedule should matter because the Big Ten is actually good. I mean, Iowa beat
Because
Mississippi
that
State.
one-
Iowa beat Mississippi State, and that mattered, right?
But that one time that Alabama lost the last game, but they still got in and ranked.
Yeah, that
That
was
was stupid.
kind of dumb.
That was stupid.
I think it should have been Saquon
Because-
Barkley's team that should have got in that year.
Penn, yeah.
Penn State
But-
was good. They were good. They
I
were
don't know-
Big Ten
I don't know
champions, I
why.
believe, and they left them out
They
so
were-
that
they
Alabama
were.
could get in.
And it's so biased. That's why
But the
a
thing
lot of
is,
people don't watch
Alabama
college
didn't
football
deserve
anymore.
to be in because they lost the last game to Georgia. They lost. How are you better if you lose? They didn't even make the championship game that year. They didn't even make the SEC championship game that year. They
Who?
lost Alabama.
Yeah,
They didn't even make
yeah, and that was
They weren't
Georgia.
even the top
Georgia
2
made
in their
it.
conference.
Yeah,
They-
Georgia made it. Who was it? Georgia and who?
Georgia made it to the championship against Auburn, I believe. I think it was Auburn.
And then Georgia won. Georgia became the what?
Georgia
The
beat
one?
Auburn. Georgia was a 3.
Georgia was a 3. Clemson was 1. Who was 2? Oklahoma.
No, wait, Clemson. Yeah, they were 1. Oklahoma was 2. And then that was the Rose Bowl game that went to overtime. Probably the best college football playoff game we've ever had. The game at the Rose Bowl. Baker Mayfield was great in that game. It came down to like a field goal at the end. That was one of the
Yeah,
best
Clemson
college
won it,
football
right?
games in this since they expanded to 4 teams. I honestly, that was a good game. The thing is Clemson and Alabama continue to get better, and the thing is, it's not fair that they don't have to play people out of conference, but they should be punished for not
And
playing
then
people.
yeah, so Alabama got like a free
They
ticket
fill their
to the
schedule.
Final Four.
They fill their schedule with games that even a high school team would have a chance against. Like, they're FCS. They're not the same level as you. That's just like saying that Prairie should play like Solon,
But like,
something like that.
But so Alabama got a free ticket, and then they went out to play Georgia in the final, and then they won.
Yeah.
And how is that fair for Georgia? No.
Well, and the final was actually in Atlanta that year, I believe.
But still, if I beat a team, they shouldn't go. They shouldn't go.
Georgia, I don't think, did they beat Alabama in the regular season?
Only that one game.
I don't remember. Well, I mean, Georgia, at least Georgia's playing a real team this year. They're playing Notre Dame at a conference. It's at Georgia. They played Notre Dame last year, or maybe just 2 years ago.
Well, Notre Dame doesn't have a conference.
Well, but they're actually the best team that doesn't have a conference. They're a good team. Usually.
Basically, independent says like screw NCAA.
But the thing is, they only play 12 games. At least Notre Dame played a weak schedule last year. They played Michigan once, and that was at home. And that was like Shea Patterson, first game as a quarterback for Michigan. And Michigan choked.
Okay, how many conferences are there?
There are 5 main conferences.
Okay,
but the thing is, the teams in the conference aren't the same. And then the conference, total games against their conference aren't the same. SEC plays 8 conference games, Big Ten plays 9, Big 12 plays 9, Pac-12 plays 9, ACC plays 8. Two conferences that play only 8 conference games do better in college football playoff. Okay. Because they play less real teams. They play less real teams.
Let's say we both got hired, and here is how we can fix the playoffs. So I would say, screw the whole playoff thing. We're going to have all 5 conferences go into it. The top teams
and who's going to decide the ranks?
We'll categorize by either their rank, and then
rank by record, or who's deciding the rank?
By their record. Well,
I don't think
if they have a tied record,
should be all the same. I think there should be more of strength of schedule should matter.
Okay, then we'll go by strength of schedule.
Well, it has to be it should be like the old. It should be a computerized system that like ranks you, because I mean, record matters. It should be like maybe strength of record, like how hard it was to get your record.
Yes, strength of record, and it should heavily rely on your conference record, because who cares if you can play someone out of conference?
Well, I mean, it should matter your record against power teams, not just against your own conference, but if you play
against ranked teams.
Well, teams that are like how college basketball does it. Like they do, if you beat a tier 1 team, is like a win against a top team at like a 1 through 50 away, or a 1 through 30 at home is a tier 1 win.
And we go 15-0.
That should be something that you should categorize. And I mean, it's not fair. The Pac-12 and the Big Ten both get left out. In the Big 12, 10 teams in their conference. Only 10 teams in their conference. But they do play 9 conference games. But the thing is, the strength of their conference.
So to add on to mine, then the first seed gets a bye. Okay, they can rest, they can do whatever, they can train, and then you would have the 2, basically the 2 versus the 4 and the 3 versus the 5. No, 2 versus 5, 3 versus 4.
Well, at least most teams get a chance to do it. Well, then I think you should just go to 6 teams almost.
No, wait. 4. There'll be 2. That'll mean 3.
You have
to go to 6. My bad. No, it doesn't work with 5. So who's their 6th person if we only have 5 main conferences?
Based on, well, if Notre Dame's good, then maybe they could get in. If they're good. So 5 out of the independent conferences, and the last one should be the team that was outstanding, that was not in those conferences.
the team that was outstanding, like Notre Dame. Notre Dame has a chance to get in there. Notre Dame is never going to make it into the playoffs because
Notre
they're
Dame should
independent.
never be able, but that last seed should never be able to get a bye. They should always have to play the first round.
But no, this is 6, so they don't get a bye. So I know there's going to be extra
Well, they
games.
could be ranked 5th or 6th. They couldn't. They wouldn't be necessarily 6th. They would be 5th or 6th.
No, but we'll still do.
Yeah, we'll just say
If
they're
like,
6th.
let's say Notre Dame beat 3 number 1 teams, and they had the best season.
Well,
they
I
beat
mean,
so many
yeah.
ranked teams. They would be number 1.
They would have a chance to be number 1.
Even though they
but the
weren't
thing is,
considered.
they only play 12 games. They're not a champion. They only play 12 games. If they have the best strength of record, then sure. But
Yeah.
it should be noted that they only play the amount of games they play. They don't play a postseason before their college football playoff. I mean, then it kind of devalues non-conference play. That only matters for seeding. But, I mean, it should matter that you're a conference champion. If you can't win in your conference, then join another conference. I mean, that's really what it should be, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, it does kind of... I mean, so so could a conference get 2 teams in your system?
No.
So,
Okay.
So
So
UCF could
what
get
is it?
in.
So what are the big conferences right now?
Big
Big
10,
10, Big 12.
Pac-12,
Big 12.
SEC, ACC.
Okay,
Well, then
we
you
should
have
put
to make a rule that all the teams would have to play the same amount of conference games. Because ACC and SEC cheat. They only play 8 conference games. And then they play New Mexico State, some weird team.
Okay, then. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say every single team has to play at least 9 conference games unless there's conflicts. Then you can
Well,
go to
there's
8.
no
But you have to
conflicts.
play 9.
There's no
I don't know.
conflicts. How are you going to make up a conflict?
They'll find a way. They'll find a conflict there. But they have to play 9 because basically you have 8, which is 1 less to be horrible. So you have to play 9. So it can be fair for everyone. Everyone has a fair chance.
The thing is
And no
that
bias in ranking. Ranking will be based on
a computerized model instead of people who have bias. And
it will be considered by their strength of record by the computer. No one's going to rank them by human because there's going to be people out there that are going to favor Alabama because they know it's going to make them money.
It's going to give them money, and it's going to...
Would you rather viewers make you money as well because of ads and all that? So
But
if you're
it should
getting
be
rid of all
more
of your
of a-
viewers because you want to put
But I think
Alabama
a title
out there,
should be earned. A berth and a playoff should be earned, and a title should be earned in the same way. It's not about rings. You can't just go to Alabama to get a ring. Just like Jordan
yeah, because they
about
need to
DeMarcus
prevent that.
Cousins.
Yeah,
There's like-
DeMarcus Cousins. He goes to Alabama for a mysterious year. And that's why I don't get it. Is DeMarcus Cousins is a baby, but that he's known for that. He was on the Kings. He was good on the Kings. He made the Kings recognized. And then he goes to the Pelicans. I don't know why he got traded there. The Warriors. He doesn't play. He loses. He gets mad. He throws a fit, and he goes to the Lakers. What he should have done
needs to be
is he should have went to
rigorous.
the Knicks. He should have went to a team that doesn't have the talent in bigs. They have like an okay point guard. Like the Suns. They have Devin Booker. But I know
Well,
DeAndre Ayton's not going to do good. Put DeMarcus Cousins to help DeAndre Ayton become a really good player.
I mean, a lot of people say that expanding and giving more opportunities is really just devaluing the thing. It's worse for the sport. But I mean, when you have an odd, like a strange number of conferences, like they do have like 8 or whatever, technically they have like 10 conferences, but some conferences have like
Okay, well here's
weird
what.
teams.
Okay, NBA. Get rid of divisions. No one cares about divisions. What does a division do for you? Nothing.
It's just like a sub conference. It seems like, but it doesn't really matter.
But you don't have like a division championship. I guess you get a banner
Well,
for
I
winning
guess
division,
so.
but
A
it's
banner.
not matter. You don't. Okay, when you play for a team, no one's going to ask, "Hey, how's your division?" No, they're going to ask, "How are you doing your conference?" That
Well,
matters most.
what do you think about NFL divisions? Should they get a automatic home game if you win your division?
See, NFL divisions are okay because that's how you rank teams
Well,
in that
but is that
playoff.
fair? Is that fair that teams with a better record? I mean, you can say that you had a chance to beat the division champion twice, right, Jordan? You had a chance
Yeah.
to beat them twice. If you beat them twice, like Giants did that one year, and you're still at a worse record than them, then I mean, I can't help you much. You had your
But
chances.
if you can win, but here's the problem: if you can win, let's say you're 2-10 and you beat the division champion, and you still lose your 10 games, it's like they're not gonna pick number one because you still lost 10 games.
Well, I mean, but you lost to
You can't-
you lost to other people that were above you in your division, right?
Yeah. So
If you
you're
get
not
wins-
proving that you can be worthy.
Well, if you win, you can't beat anybody who would play in the playoffs. If you
Kill
lose,
the parrot. Kill the parrot. Kill the parrot.
if you only lose to people in the other conference, you'd be a playoff team. You 12-4.
Yeah.
You,
And, okay, so also I want to get to another point about the NFL. I mean the NBA. That the NBA is going to lose viewers and viewers because of all these super teams that are forming.
Well, I mean, you kind of want you want parity because, go ahead.
I'll compare the NBA 10 years ago. We had no super teams. Yes, the Celtics were kind of a super team, but they're just that you need that one team that can prove that they're worthy of being the world
I
champion.
mean, somebody's got to win,
now-
right?
Okay, so you got the Warriors. The Warriors are they're stuffing kind of. They're a super team anymore, so they're okay for right now. They have
Well,
Kevin Durant
Warriors are a
and
good
DeMarcus
team.
Cousins. Yeah, and then they Klay Thompson got injured. So Warriors are an okay team, but then you got Lakers. They have DeMarcus. They have now Anthony Davis and LeBron because of all this recruiting. And then now the Clippers. The reason why Kawhi was waiting so he can recruit Paul George.
Well,
And it's like, and the Nets get Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So all these great NBA players are now forming one team.
and I
And
mean that's
other-
bad because where's Magic? Why don't Magic have good teams? What happened to Magic? Magic get worse as other teams get better. So are people going to go to like a Nets versus Magic game? Are people going to go to that game? They're like, oh, Nets are obviously going to win. Last year, they didn't
But
know
like-
if Nets were going to beat Magic. It was a good game, even if it
I like
wasn't
how
the best
Spawn and I
teams.
instantly get killed.
Even if it's not the best teams, you still want good games. Like if Iowa
Yeah.
plays against some weird team.
But here's what, like, the NBA a few years ago, people would watch, like, the 76ers whatever game when they're not good. Because it's evenly matched. But now no one's going to watch a Suns versus Magic game. No one's going to watch that game.
Okay, so in college football, I don't see why they don't want to increase conference games in the SEC. It's more good football. Like, it seems kind of dumb to not do it, right? It's more football.
Yeah.
Like, more quality football. More money. Well, apparently, SEC and ACC are dumb because they're down south. They don't know that money's good. They don't know that you can make more money. Because they're dumb. Because they apparently can't get good test scores. They're so dumb that they don't know what money is. ACC increased basketball conference games? Where's football conference game increase? Where? We're still looking for it. Still looking for defense? Still looking for defense. Because I think
But, okay.
I
So
don't know.
I think the NBA should put this ticker, an all-star. So a person that can make it to the all-star games and become a superstar and win a few championships here and there, multiple years in a row. That's considered an all-star. They should have a limit of this team can only have 2 all-stars. So they can easily distribute all-stars.
Who
so
decides the
you wouldn't have
all-stars?
their stats.
Wow.
So like LeBron, he has what, 4 championships? He has so many all-star appearances. So basically he's 1 all-star. And then you got Anthony Davis, that's 2 all-stars. They can't get another all-star. They have to get a rookie or a bench warmer and all that. Because it's fair for the other teams. Because what are the Suns gonna do? Whoa, the lag though.
I mean, but there would be a point where, like,
It's like, and people are gonna watch like less Sun games because it's like it's not worth it anymore. You know, it's not worth it. This game right now, it's like our team's not even showing up because
I sucked. I sucked so bad. I sucked so bad.
that's why I hate the game. It can literally be one-sided. That's what, because Pirates have so many other things. They have the barrel blast. They have can rodeo. It's like what do we have?
Okay, we're gonna
Pirates.
leave this.
A lot of them are smart
leave
enough
this
not to run into a
server
potato mine.
We're gonna leave this server because the game is being dumb. Not letting us win here.
But it's like no one's gonna watch a Suns game. No one's gonna watch a Pelicans game anymore. It's
okay,
like
I'm gonna be right back. Right here. Alrighty.
wait, are you in your room right now?
Let's not talk about that.
Wait, you have a PlayStation in your room now?
No, I'm on loan. PlayStation's on
Wait,
loan.
what does that mean?
I'm loaning it the PlayStation because nobody used it.
Wait, so you took the PlayStation?
Well, I only had it for like a day.
Oh, okay. Well, but like,
Nobody plays on it, so I mean,
because the Pelicans, in the sense, no one's gonna watch those games. They're gonna lose viewers, and it's like, what is the NBA gonna do now?